Hi, this is continuing our talk on Aliyah, which, if you remember, Aliyah means to ascend. So the Jewish people from around the world are ascending basically to Israel. The ultimate ascension is into Jerusalem. We remember from the last vignette, we talked about the blowing of the trumpet because it was in the prayers of the Jews, the daily prayers, and also in the New Testament, the Brit Hadashah, that speaks of this trumpet which will bring forth the exiles. And also, tied with this is the coming of Mashiach, or Messiah. And we mentioned how that so many believers now are excited about the sound of a trumpet, and the sound especially of the shofar. I mean, you can go and find people from all walks of life in nations throughout the world that desire to have a shofar. If you take out a shofar when you're on a travel, the people love to come and hear it. Why are they so drawn to this? Well, because in the beginning, everyone would have wanted to hear that sound because they knew that it would be the harvest time. Well, how did it happen that they got away from it? What happened? Well, of course, that old deceiver, Satan, did it. You can blame him again for what he did. If you remember, Satan in the beginning was Lucifer, and he was actually the angel of incredible light, and he was the one who led worship and music. And so the shofar, of course, would have been something he would be familiar with. Now let's look at Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. And it asks the question, "How are you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How you are cut down to the ground, you who weaken the nations. For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above God. I will also sit on the mount of the congregation on the farthest sides of the north." He says he will sit on the mount of the congregation. What is he talking about? Well, the point is this. Isaiah, of course, was written originally in the Hebrew language. And the word congregation, sadly, is a very poor translation, or transliteration rather, of the word which was originally there, which is the word moed. And that word you can find in the Strong's Concordance under the number 4150. Well, what is moed? It's the feast of God, or the set times of the Lord. So it's the set times that the Lord had placed in his word. And of course, we talked about last week, one of those set times was the Feast of Trumpets. So now the enemy, Satan, has hidden it, and many believers didn't even know what the purpose of the shofar was. But now the Lord is allowing it and helping it to grow and fanning into flames this knowledge and this understanding that this trumpet sound connects with the gathering of the lost people of Israel. And they will be brought home. They will be brought back. There'll be many more things, interesting things, as we go along in these little tiny vignettes from time to time. Because you see, as I began to do this, the Lord sort of revealed to me the Aliyah is something that's ongoing. Because it hasn't happened yet, it's basically not a static event. It's a moving, continuing event that's unfolding in front of us that we actually get to participate and be a part of. As if you follow along, you will see, many of you, what your part actually can be that God wants to use you for in your life in this great Aliyah. And it's not all just praying for the Jews to come and return home. It's for even more than that. So follow along and remember to continue to pray for all the exiles of Israel. God bless.